Yes, everyone, welcome back to the Korean Cowboys Podcast.
Yeah, everybody, and we got a special guest today, and that is, we have a lumberjack in the studio. How you doing? Please introduce yourself. Hello.
Yeah, it's been 5 days since I shaved, so, you know, just I thought maybe I should let the scruff grow out a little bit. It's been a while. So.
How was the flight from Canada? Like, what was that? How was that?
Shut up. He wishes he could be a lumberjack like me.
I can't grow. Actually, I got hair removal laser the other day. So beneath all makeup, I have a little bit of red bumps. But, you know, you can't see them now because our lovely PD has made me look fascinatingly good. You know, said my lips were juicy, whatever that means. But anyway, yeah, so we're back with the Korean Cowboys Podcast. Hope you've been enjoying everything we've been doing. I don't know. I feel like I have more energy today than I did last time. I don't know what was up last time because maybe it was like rainy or something. I don't remember.
You're fine. You seem fine, yeah.
Okay, because I honestly haven't seen the monitor. I know it goes up soon, so I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna go up in a few hours, yeah.
Yeah.
You look fine to me, I don't know.
Oh, our production secrets are out. We shoot on Sundays.
Yes, we shoot on Sundays before the previous episode goes live, so yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right now it is Sunday, 5:41. Yes, sir,
Aaron is currently full of seafood cocktail, Mexican seafood cocktail that I made him with shrimp and large octopus that I got off of Coupang. You know, you could buy anything off Coupang.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't know this because I was like, man, I got to go to the freaking market and buy a whole ass octopus and take out the ink sac and all that stuff. No, on Coupang, they sell you just the chopped up tentacles. We're on a tangent today, but anyway.
Yeah, you find that on like at Emart too, I think.
I wasn't trying to go all over there. Listen, it's not my job to go pick this stuff up. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, he brought me some what was it called?
There's a Mexican name for it, like a Spanish name for it, but I don't remember what it's called exactly. I just call it Mexican seafood cocktail.
Yeah, it's kind of like ceviche, but like not really ceviche. A little different.
It's definitely gonna be my it's my actually family's recipe. Last time I went back to the States, my uncle gave me the recipe, and it was pretty good.
But I know you have acid reflux, so like there's a lot of tomatoes that go in it.
What is this, the medical minute? Like,
no, I'm just saying, dude. No. Are you okay when you eat it?
No, because an hour or two later, I get some baking soda water and I chug it because, you know, acid and base equals.
Acid and base equals what?
A not upset stomach. Anyway, let's move on. I don't know what we're talking about.
I mean, how was your week, Joel?
I didn't do too much. I've been very, 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 very busy with doing Joel things. You know, recordings, all that whoop-de-boop. You know, just the same old, pretty much. You know, waiting for the Korean variety show and drama market to get better because God knows I miss being on TV. So
yeah, I don't know when it's gonna get better, guys. To be honest.
Well, look,
it's gonna take a while.
I'm working on a little new thing for my YouTube. I don't want to say exactly what's going on because I have been trying to figure out what to do with it forever. You know, separate from Korean Cowboys. Yeah. But you know, I kind of want to do a little thing on my own. And guess what? I'm the voice of the century. You know what I mean? So I kind of want to, like, you know, utilize my skills in some kind of way. But, you know, yeah, we'll see what happens.
They show us right now 5 different voices you can do.
5 different, like, can it be like a famous voice?
It can be anything you want.
Anything I want?
Just 5 random voices. It could be like something that you've done before, like a game character or whatever. Let's hear it. Let's see. I'm trying to remember the voice of the generation.
I'm trying to remember what Heath sounds like from Summoner's War Chronicles. You know better than me because he's obsessed with me.
I forgot. Damn, I was making fun of you a few weeks ago.
Something like, what was it? It was like, the magic potion. They must be stopped, or something like that. I don't remember. It's kind of like my Batman voice. It's just like my Batman voice.
Yeah.
Gotham City needs a hero.
Okay, so that was his Heath voice. He doesn't remember the lines, but
okay. I'll do my Joker voice. I've done this on TV a lot.
Okay, let's hear it.
There's only one thing we have to do, and that's to kill the Batman. There you go. There's that one.
That's not bad. Okay.
There's my Stitch.
Okay.
Ohana. Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind.
It's pretty good.
That's not bad. Okay, yeah.
I could do a game character called Revolver Ocelot.
From where?
From Metal Gear Solid.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's see. That's what... No. I'm trying to remember what it is. Snake. They call me Revolver Ocelot. There's that one.
Okay, one more.
What else we got? Davy Jones. I'm good at that one.
Okay, let's hear it.
Do you fear death? Do you fear the dark abyss? There you go. There's that one too.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. The voice of the generation, guys.
There you go. Well, I didn't say the generation. I said the century.
Oh, the century. All right, whatever.
Because in 10 years, there might be another one. Anyway, it's going to take a lot of cuts. But anyway, yeah. So on the topic of voice acting and voice all that stuff, I kind of wanted to tie that in. Not that we kind of went into that naturally, but video games.
Segue.
Yeah. No, it's getting better. It's getting natural.
Yeah, more natural, but yes.
Video games. We've never actually talked about it, and if you listen to the podcast, you guys will know that we do video games.
Yes.
Aaron and I together a lot, often.
Yes.
And I kind of wanted to pose you a question, and also the listeners too. I kind of wanted to pose you all a question. Video games, are they for people that are grown, or are they meant for kids up until a certain age? In your personal opinion,
video games?
Yeah.
Oh,
think back to when you were a kid,
right?
And then up until now, and we're no longer kids, we're in our 30s. So, what do you think about that?
Are video games made for kids, or can you play them as adults?
Should it be acceptable for adults to be able to play video games?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Because
you've never heard that video games are for kids from anybody?
Of course, you hear that, a lot of people say that, to this day, but there are a lot of video games that are made for a more mature audience. You know what I mean? Whether it be first-person shooter games. Whether it be, what were the ratings for the video games?
There was E for everybody.
Yeah, E for everybody.
T for teen. And then there was M for mature.
Right.
And A for, it's something else for an adult. I forget what it was.
Yeah, anyways.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, there are games that are made for, the more mature audience. You know what I mean? I do think video games are universal, as in, any age group can play them.
Yeah, okay.
But I do think that, the more mature games, the more graphic and gory games, kids probably shouldn't play those, in my opinion.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay, honestly, I look at it like this. Because when I was growing up, and video games were very primitive back then, in the 90s and in the 2000s, you had the PlayStations and the N64s and all that stuff. But I think that the, older generations, they're always like, oh, you should, at a certain age, you should stop playing video games. It's the same as playing with toys. You stop playing with toys at a certain age, right?
Right.
Although it's becoming a little bit more acceptable now to collect stuff, collect toys and figurines and stuff like that. But I think when you think about how games were back in the day, right? Mario, the original Mario, the Super Mario Brothers on the NES.
Or Mario 64.
Not even Mario 64. Well, maybe. Yeah. But Frogger.
Oh,
these type of games, really simple, very simple games.
Yeah. Tetris.
Tetris. Yeah. Well,
Snake.
Candy Crush, which I still play. But I don't know. I think if you look at it in that context, maybe you have a point. I think. Because if you're 35 years old and you're trying to cross that river over logs with a frog, you know what I mean? I guess you could see why that would happen. This is, I think, a lot. Opinion came a lot when video games were still very primitive.
Right. But I also think a lot of games, even back in the day games, I think they are very mentally stimulating. Whether it be Tetris, you have to be mentally aware of what's going on in the game. You know what I mean? I think there are a lot of games that are mentally stimulating. I think the whole thing where it's oh, you're old, you shouldn't be playing games. Like you said, it was when the primitive age of games, and it's also I can see where people that say that come from. Is because honestly, if you're just sitting at a computer and playing games for hours on end, honestly, you could spend that time doing something else, building a real life skill. You know what I mean?
Isn't that what we do?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that playing video games and getting good at a game isn't a real skill, but
they have pro gamers now.
Yeah, you could spend that time, like doing woodwork or something. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Be in the wood shop.
But I do feel that's a very old way of thinking, old school mentality where it's stop playing video games. You're 25 years old now. You know what I mean? I think there are a lot of games right now that are very mentally stimulating that do get people's brains working. And I think if that's a way for you to stimulate yourself, I think go for it. I think everyone should be able to play games.
See, I love jumping down the rabbit hole of video games, right? Because in my mind, I have a reason why I play video games, okay?
Yeah.
Video games now, a lot of them are very story driven. They were not like that before. There's like you can only talk about a frog or stuff like that for so long before like Crash Bandicoot, for example. I don't know if you know what that is, but
Crash Bandicoot,
like there's a story there, but it's pretty linear. You're just running and jumping and eating peaches and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Or Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Spyro the Dragon, like all of these.
Oh my god, yeah.
We're throwing back right now. But like there's a story there, but it's not really a story. It's very bare bones. But these days, let me tell you, I enjoy playing video games more than I enjoy watching movies because the story is so much better when it doesn't have to be condensed into like 1 or 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you can play because like most AAA games these days, the story is like 25, 30 hours long.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Top 3 or 5 games in your mind of all time.
Of all time?
Let's do 5.
Let's do 5.
Because I don't think I can narrow it down to 3. So
okay. Me personally, ones that I've played or like I've watched videos of.
NFL 2007.
No. Number 5, I'm gonna have to give it up to Pokemon Red or Blue.
Okay.
The original.
We're old school.
Actually, Silver and Gold are really good too.
I had all of those. Well, no, because I have a brother, and back then because there was usually each generation there would be 1 or 2 games each, right? There was Red, Blue, Silver, Gold.
Yeah, and then it was I played up to Ruby, Diamond.
I didn't even play that.
Ruby,
I don't even
Sapphire.
know from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Red or Blue.
Red or Blue. Number 4, I'm gonna give it up to Silver and Gold. Pokemon.
Is it all Pokemon games?
No.
Pokemon Snap, is that on there?
No.
That was a good game though.
No, Pokemon. Okay, Pokemon. I'm just gonna give like just a generalization. Number 5.
Okay.
I think. Number 4, games that I've played. I still play to this day PUBG.
Okay.
It's just like very easygoing.
Okay.
It's just a good time killer.
That's Battlegrounds, if you guys don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3, I'm gonna have to give it up to Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
The storyline, I never played it, but I watched him play the whole game.
Yeah.
When we were living
together.
And the storyline was so good. Number 2, I'm gonna have to give it to Final Fantasy 10.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 10, so good. And then obviously the GOAT of Final Fantasy.
It's all Final Fantasy and Pokemon.
Final Fantasy 7. Well, games that I played personally.
Okay, that's fine.
Final Fantasy 7.
Okay.
The GOAT.
That is not a bad list. Although me
not.
personally, if I would take out Final Fantasy 15 and I would take out PUBG and Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon maybe, but
okay. Just because it's like so like nostalgic for me. That's what it is. All right, let's hear your top 5 list.
Top 5. Definitely up there. I would put Red Dead Redemption 2.
I have very good reviews.
These are not in any order. It's just, Red Dead Redemption 2. Final Fantasy 7, like you.
Yes.
Final Fantasy 10.
Yes.
I would also say Metal Gear Solid, at least the first 3.
Okay, Metal Gear.
They are really good. And then trying to think what other games I played.
You know what? I'm gonna redact number 4.
Okay.
PUBG. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna say Halo 2.
Halo 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So many good memories.
So I played Halo 1. Okay, that was very primitive. Halo 2 was when Xbox Live first came out.
Yep.
I spent so many middle school nights playing that game. You have no idea.
What was it? The energy sword? Is that what it's called?
What you do is you get the plasma pistol energy sword combo.
Woo!
Or no, there was the plasma pistol battle rifle combo.
There was that one gun with like the spikes. You know what I'm talking about?
The what?
There was a gun with like the
The needler.
The needler, yeah.
The needler.
Oh my god.
Man, I used to tear up on Xbox Live.
I would whoop your ass on that game. Oh my
we
god.
should get it. I don't have an Xbox anymore, but
do they still make the Xbox? I don't even know.
Yeah, they still make the Xbox. I don't know about Halo though. I mean, Halo, they made so many games. I gave up after. I stopped playing it after like 3.
Yeah.
Or Fall of Reach maybe.
But, Halo, so good.
But you go back to Final Fantasy X. That game, turn of the century for me, right? I laughed. I cried. I was emotional. I'm sorry I couldn't show you Xanarkand. Like, I love that game. I liked X2 also, but like it's whatever.
I hated X2.
But you know what? It was part of the story. Like, and I had to do it, but that game is one of my all-time favorites.
Oh yeah,
we
used to like back in the day. We used to like drink, and then we used to have Final Fantasy X quizzes.
And he would cheat.
I would win every time.
I'd be like, oh, what's the Aeon of Makalania Temple? And he'd be like,
Yeah, my ass.
No.
Can't admit to a loss.
We're sounding like real nerds, but yeah. Stories. I want to shout out Hideo Kojima-san for making Metal Gear Solid, and it's so awesome, and it was so wrong how you kicked out of Kojima Productions. It's just tragic. But anyway.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Oh my gosh. Metal Gear Solid is my favorite of all time.
Really?
My absolute favorite.
More
It's
than
my
10.
number.
More than Final Fantasy 10.
Way
Really?
more. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It is my favorite of all games.
Interesting.
I literally bought a PlayStation 3 just to play that Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah. I want to play Final Fantasy 16, but apparently you have to buy the PS5 to play that game. And like I have a PS4 that I barely use. So.
I got a computer. I'll wait till they release it online or like on the computer. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I don't want to buy PS5 for that game, but I heard good reviews about 16.
16. At first, you were like, I don't want to play that. It looks medieval. I don't like that. There's no fantasy in it.
It look like, because Final Fantasy, like, it has to be like a little bit of fantasy. That's what makes the game what it is. But
this is based off of one singular trailer.
Yes, but it seemed like very medieval. Like, I mean, it is from what I've seen.
The original Final Fantasies were all medieval.
Yeah, but
like 1 through, I don't know, 6.
Yeah, but who's playing Final Fantasy 1, dude?
Final Fantasy fans. Not me, though.
We're too young for that.
I like 5, 7, 15, 8.
I like 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, 10, yeah.
Was it 11 or 12? I heard it was really
There was
good.
an online one. I never played that.
Yeah.
One that was like an MMO.
I tried like a day and I was like, I can't play this. I was like, yeah, no.
I made a vow to myself that I would never get in an MMORPG again.
Why?
Because I was thoroughly obsessed with, there was a game called Star Wars Galaxies. Okay?
Yes.
Came out in 2003-ish. I was obsessed. Like, I didn't leave my house. I was a total, like, shut-in. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, if you're a character from that game, who do you think you would be?
From what game?
From Star Wars. Just that universe. Who do you think you'd be?
Star Wars?
I think you'd be that CP whatever.
C-3PO?
Yeah, that'd be you, dude. That's you, dude. As a Star Wars character.
I remember your fans getting on my case for getting on your case for you ditching me into the Star Wars movie that one time. Everyone was like, "Can you stop talking about Star Wars?" He brought it up, y'all, not me.
Bro, ain't no.
I think Aaron would definitely be like
I'm like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, my
or
ass.
like a Chewbacca.
I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No. Maybe you'd be like one of those Jedi that died, like just without any screen time.
Yeah, my ass, bro. Yeah, my ass.
But anyway, yeah. What are we talking about? Anyway. Games for me are more like it's an interactive movie for me. More so, I don't play games. I don't like games that don't have story. Like you're like, I like PUBG. Okay, it's fun, but it's surface level fun for me. I like to be invested in these characters. I'm not invested into player blank 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 who shot me in the head in PUBG, which happens a lot, by the way. But, I suck at that game so bad. But yeah, I need a story. That's why I like Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy and all those types of games.
Yeah, because there's like so many games nowadays like that are story driven.
They're almost all story driven.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing like the ones that come out every year, the football games or the ski or the hockey or those ones. I don't really like those kind of games. Like,
and like for those of you guys that are like, oh, they're like game stories. Like how like intricate and detailed can they be?
Very.
You have to look at videos about the game after you finish it to understand what the hell actually happened.
Ask Hideo Kojima-san because he made a lot of money off that franchise.
Yeah. But yeah, like I think games like just they're universal. They can play them at whatever age, especially like the story-driven games. Like they're amazing.
They make you cry.
Yeah, they do.
I cried.
I mean,
on Final Fantasy X. I still get drunk and I watch the final scene where he jumps off the airship.
Yeah.
And he gives his dad a high five. Oof.
God, dude.
And also Red Dead Redemption 2. I also like teared up on that game too.
Yeah. Also like a good game. I haven't played it, but we saw the drama series, The Last of Us.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a really good like series. If you guys haven't watched it, you guys should check it out. Really good.
Just don't watch video game movies because they're almost always bad. I think Last of Us was one of the only times that they adapted it and it was really good.
It was really
You've
good.
seen Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within? Lord have mercy. That's
they had a movie about that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Or Doom. They had a movie about Doom. That was hot garbage.
Advent Children. That's the one about 7, right?
Yeah, that was all right.
I saw the one about 15. Kingsglaive. That was a good movie too.
Yeah, well, that's not really. Yeah.
It is canon. It is part of the lore.
It's a long cutscene.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of Joel crying, we're gonna jump into our next topic for today, which is anime.
Why am I crying during anime? What anime did I watch that I cried at?
A few months ago, this guy got drunk at his house, right? And we're like texting. He's like, "Hey, bro, I'm watching like the Digimon movie or whatever."
Oh, that's right. No, this wasn't a few months ago. This was a few years ago.
No, it was also like a few months ago. I feel like you bring this up like every few months. I feel like
Because listen. Okay, so clearly we're talking about anime.
So
but
the backstory for this particular story was he was watching Digimon. What was it called? The movie?
it was the tie-up movies for Digimon, like the first 2 seasons.
Like the original,
Which came out in like, the 90s and the 2000s.
yeah.
So anyway, I don't want to spoil it for y'all, but the ending of that first movie is heartbreaking, man. It's like I see my childhood melt in front of me. But anyway,
and he cried and he was like,
I wasn't sobbing my eyes out. I was like, oh, Agumon, like, Well, you know what? Let me say this because
it's so funny.
I grew up. I think we both grew up.
Yeah.
When anime like really first started to make a move into America.
Yeah.
We were both living there at the time. And there was this corner on Cartoon Network called Toonami.
Yes.
And that was my first introduction to anime ever.
Yep.
And I still remember the blocking system. And that was, I would come home from school. The first show would be Sailor Moon. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Sailor
Sailor Moon, followed by Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
And then followed by Gundam Wing. It was those 3 shows
Yeah.
that first introduced me into
Anime.
And then later on, Adult Swim started putting anime in their stuff too.
Yep.
Which was the late night block of cartoons.
Right.
Yeah, those 3 have a special place in my heart. And then
Sailor Moon.
hey, it's a good story. I like Sailor Moon too. I like Sailor Moon. I like Dragon Ball Z. Later on the weekends on WB, they had Digimon,
Yep.
Pokemon.
And then they also added like Rurouni Kenshin, like
Rurouni Kenshin was on, I think, Adult Swim. Though.
Yeah.
Rurouni Kenshin and Inuyasha, I think, were both at nighttime.
yeah.
But yeah, I was heavy in anime. I was also a big loser. No, honestly, I really was. So like, back then, liking anime was
not cool.
It was not cool. It was like for a bunch of weebs that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're kind of like not the coolest people. Like, cool people in middle school and high school play football and like, that kind of stuff.
We kind of grew up in like that era of like the old like American like
Yeah, like the
You know what I mean?
the classic, like the
like
classic
jocks and
traditional like cool guy. You got them and then you got me carrying around my Rurouni Kenshin box set to school for some reason.
Did you really have one?
I was bringing because they had cool booklets and all these pictures, and I was like, and I had it imported from Japan because I don't watch dub first of all at all, unless it's Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon. Other than that, I don't watch any dubs at all. I hate dubbed anime.
Really?
Oh, Zoids too. I watch Zoids a lot.
I could watch there's only a handful of anime that I watch like that are dubbed.
Okay.
Like you said, DBZ. What was the other one you said?
Pokemon.
Rurouni Kenshin. I actually do.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
I actually do like
not.
the dub version.
Oh, no.
And what else? Oh, Neon Genesis Evangelion. I could watch that dub too.
No, I can't do that. It's
one of my favorite animes
It's got to
of
be
all
in
time.
Japanese. So for me, for example, for Rurouni Kenshin and this thing about dubs, so you have like a samurai
Yeah.
in like the Meiji era, the Meiji Restoration era, and he's
Yes.
like, this Hitakori Batosai, and he's like a badass killer, right?
Yeah.
And he's speaking English. For me, it's immersion breaking. I can't do that. It has to be in Japanese.
I mean, yeah, it depends on like the setting too. I
And
guess.
Digimon too, like Digimon for example, it takes place in Tokyo, and it doesn't make any sense to me that they would be speaking English. It doesn't work for me.
Okay, what about DBZ? They're like fighting in like
I said DBZ. I watch in English.
I know, but I'm saying like they fight like in
They
like,
live in like some other realm, so it doesn't bother me that much.
Okay.
Plus, it's got to be. It's about the immersion for me.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Makes
mean?
sense. Yeah.
And I guess Neo Genesis Evangelion that still takes place in Japan, doesn't it?
Yeah,
in the
Neon
future.
Genesis. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just
Evangelion.
can't.
That's my all-time favorite.
And Pokemon takes place in the Kanto region, so I don't. so that's not in Japan. So I can watch that in English, I guess.
But going back to like the topic of anime, like
Yeah.
Joel said, like when we were younger and like we grew up watching anime, like it wasn't like very well received amongst our peers. It was like, oh, dude, you're a loser. You're kind of like an otaku, dude. Like,
Ew, weeb.
Ew, yeah,
They didn't use otaku back then.
yeah, but you dork.
yeah.
Like, you're dork. You know what I mean? Like,
Although I will say there was this one girl that was a huge anime nerd like me. She stole my Kaoru figurine from Rurouni Kenshin, and I was big pressed for a long time. But she used to like wear bunny ears to school and stuff like that. And I'm not shaming nobody, but like
Cosplay?
you run around the hallways like with your arms behind your back like Naruto and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I don't know, that's a little bit much, but yeah, I never really moved out of liking anime though. I still like it to this day.
I still watch
Although
it
now
too.
it's cool to like it. You know what I mean?
Like nowadays, it's a lot more like well received.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean, like almost everyone watches anime. I think like 2021 or 2022, like the Demon Slayer, they came out with a movie. That was that 연결had that connected seasons 1 and 2, like the end of season 1 to the beginning of season 2. I think that's what the movie was about. But that movie was like the highest grossing movie of that year out of all movies that came out
In the world?
In the world, yeah.
Really? I don't know. Oh, you told me about this.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was the highest grossing or like top 3. It was like I was like, huh. I guess there are a lot of closet anime like lovers. Jesus, like.
Well, I'll tell you what though, Dragon Ball Z in particular, and Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Super and all that stuff that's come out now. I have met some people that I would never have imagined when I was a kid. Like you can be like mean thuggin' and you watch Dragon Ball Z. It is insane. When Akira Toriyama, who recently passed away,
Rest in peace.
I went on the Shade Room. You know, it's African American centered, like, you know, news.
Yes.
Everybody watches
DBZ.
DBZ.
Yep.
When I was a kid, when I was growing up, I didn't feel like that was the case. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and like, you know, I met there's some GIs I used to hang out with in Korea, and they're like, you know what I mean? They're like some hard ass, you know, military people, and they all watch Dragon Ball Z. I was like, where was this love when I was growing up? Because everyone looking at me and they were like, ew,
You loser.
you big dork. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but we all like anime around here. I want to, just like we did with the games. Top 5 animes of all time.
Okay, my top 5 anime list of all time. Interesting. Man, this is tough.
You don't have to put it in order. Just like your top favorite animes.
Okay, in no specific order. Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay, respect.
Rurouni Kenshin, of course.
Okay, respect.
Legendary. I also like the Samurai X OVAs.
That's all the same thing though.
Yeah. Okay, that just like that as a whole. Naruto. I gotta put Naruto in there, of course.
I still haven't watched.
I can't. You've never seen Naruto.
I know what it is, but like,
it's so good.
I mean, I've been hearing that. One Piece too. I haven't seen that either.
One Piece. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I watched like maybe like the first like 200 episodes, and I haven't watched that.
200?
I still read the manga.
My God.
But
Lord have mercy.
Where was that? I was at Naruto, Evangelion, Rurouni Kenshin, Jujutsu Kaisen.
What is that?
It's an ongoing anime right now.
Okay.
So good.
Okay.
Man, it's hard choosing top 5. What is another one that I like, that I really like? There's so many that I like.
Like he was calling me a weeb, and he's over here like, I can't pick from all my favorite animes. You could be kidding me.
Let me think about my last one. You go first.
Okay, well, first of all, I agree with you. Although I really do like Neo Genesis Evangelion. That's not going to be my top. Rurouni Kenshin is in there. Like I said, I was so in love with it, I was carrying the box set to school. Definitely that. Inuyasha is also in my top 5. I love Inuyasha. Like everything about it is just the fantasy, the whimsical, like historical aspects of it. I love it.
Oh, you know who you'd be in Inuyasha?
Who?
The little green goblin. You know what I'm talking about? The little, he's a bad guy.
The one that Jikan or something. He follows around Sesshomaru, but
yeah.
No.
And I'm Sesshomaru, bro.
Hell no.
What do you mean, bro?
You got this all twisted up. Anyway, Inuyasha,
Kenshin,
Rurouni Kenshin, Digimon.
Okay, Digimon, yeah.
I love Digimon. The first 3 seasons, you know, series.
Yeah.
Let me think.
I got my last one.
What's your last one?
My last one is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay, that's not bad either.
Yu Yu Hakusho is one of, like, they had that on Toonami too, I think.
Yeah, they did. Oh, that was on Adult Swim.
Adult Swim, yeah.
Because it was kind of like
that might actually be my number
one. Who's the guy
one?
with the big American dude with the red hair?
Kuwabara,
yeah, that guy. I remember him.
That's you, dude.
And his hair, he looked like
Spirit Sword.
He looked like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead, but with red hair. Yeah. So, I'll definitely put up G Gundam.
Oh yeah.
G Gundam. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, you like Gundam, yeah.
Yeah.
You always say you do.
And then, God, I'm trying to think.
Hold on. So you have Kenshin,
Rurouni Kenshin, Inuyasha, Digimon, G Gundam.
Your last one? DBZ? Maybe.
I used to really like DBZ. I really did. Like I was really into it. I never got into Super, but DBZ.
You think so?
I put it up there. Yeah. I watched up to the Majin Buu saga. Then I didn't watch it anymore. But
yeah.
I know what happens.
Were you in Super Saiyan 3?
I never watched that. I never watched that before.
His brows grew like this.
I never figured out why his hair got so long.
Yeah. I mean, there are like so many good animes. Or like Death Note
Oh, I like Death Note.
Death Note is
I
a
like
really
this.
good
There
one.
was a show called Zatch Bell. I was really into that.
Oh yeah.
Like
Where
these
they
little
do
dolls.
the books.
Yeah, there's the little dolls that would fight each other. I used to really like that show too. Yu-Gi-Oh! I was really into. I played the card
Yu-Gi-Oh!
game the whole night.
Oh yeah,
I was
Yu-Gi-Oh!
really into Yu-Gi-Oh! Although
hell
before
yeah.
that, I was into Pokemon.
I used to have like binders on binders. Of
I got
Yu-Gi-Oh!
super into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
I went to the tournaments and all that stuff.
Okay, I didn't go to the tournament.
Oh man, and
I just played in school.
did you? Okay, who was your for Pokemon and for Yu-Gi-Oh? Pokemon, you did the cards, right? Who was your most valuable card that you had?
I think Charizard.
Like
Probably.
the first,
Like
the base
original,
edition.
yeah.
Okay, that's worth a lot.
And then Yu-Gi-Oh! My most prized card was one of like the three the god Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards.
Suijin, Kaijin, and
No. The Red Dragon.
Slifer, the Sky Dragon.
Yeah, Slifer, the Sky Dragon. Yeah.
So did you get Did you get a fake? Because they were really hard to find back
I
then.
had a real one. Calm down.
Okay, because I had the Winged Dragon of Ra, which was the yellow one.
God, that dude Ross.
And that one was the one. He's the most powerful. What do you mean? I always wanted Obelisk the Tormentor, but I could never get him.
Oh yeah.
Because back then, like now, it's easy to find, but back then,
They were hard
the
to
only
get.
ones that came out were imported from Japan.
Yeah. Yep.
And they were typed in English. They were all in English, and the backs of the cards were originally brown. But if you had a god card, the Slifer's back was red, Obelisk's was blue, and Ra, the one I had was yellow. The backs of them. But that still wasn't the most valuable one I had. Okay, I'll say Charizard. I'll Yin Jung hit that. If you can find it, you could probably sell it if it's in good condition.
No,
if you get it like PSA graded or something.
I'm pretty sure my mom threw those away. But anyways,
Pokemon. For me, I'd say probably Mew.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one that like when it first came out, the original Mew, which was I don't even remember how you got it, but I remember trading up for it. And for Yu-Gi-Oh, this one is actually very worth a lot. It's the Morphing Jar.
Okay.
From Tournament Pack 2. So when you go to tournaments, they used to give you these little packs that only had 3 cards in them.
Yeah.
And you had to participate in a tournament to get it.
Okay.
So I pulled a Morphing Jar, which was the rarest in that set.
Yeah.
And last I checked, it was worth like $1,200.
Jesus, you
something
saw
like
it?
that. I had it in this. I put it in this huge like jewel case that had screws on the side. So
okay.
So it's like waterproof, air, all that stuff.
You
So
still have
it's
it?
somewhere in the States. I don't know.
Oh man.
I want to find it and sell it though, because I'm not into Yu-Gi-Oh like that. And it was in perfect condition. As soon as I pulled it, I put it in there. Yeah, worth a lot.
Yeah.
I miss those days, man. Damn.
Good memories.
I used to. No shade, but I used to go to these tournaments and I'll be playing Yu-Gi-Oh. You watch the anime, right? My Yu-Gi-Oh deck was themed after, if you watch the anime, you'll know, My Valentine, she had a Harpy Lady theme for all of her cards.
Oh, yeah.
I had the exact same deck, everything. Harpy's Pet Dragon, the Harpy's Ladies, the Harpy Lady Sisters.
You're so annoying.
Harpy's Feather Duster. I had all that stuff. And I was kicking ass in the tournaments too. I would be playing with a 45-year-old neckbeard, and then I would like kick his ass,
Oh my god, dude. My favorite card though that I had in my deck, I think it was called Mobius the Frost Monarch.
That
sounds... So when you summon him, you can destroy 2 trap or what do you call it? Magic spell cards or whatever.
Magic cards.
You can destroy 2 of them on like your opponent's side of the field. So he was like OP.
See Aaron playing with his friends, and he like closes his eyes, like the heart of the cards.
Yeah, my ass. Shut up.
I know you were deep in that. You were like,
no, my ass. All right. Okay, how about this?
Okay.
This is a fun topic. You're going on all sorts of
all
tangents right now.
give me a scenario. What's going on?
Your favorite Digimon of all time.
My favorite Digimon?
I already got mine.
Yours is gonna be like some like I always say this, some Giga Chad Digimon. I already know.
No, it's not.
But for me,
Angelomon.
I did like all of the Digidestined Digimon, but honestly, my favorite would probably be Agumon.
Agumon? Really?
Yeah. But Agumon himself, I didn't like when he turned into Greymon or Metal Greymon or War Greymon. I liked Agumon. I thought he was so cute.
So whack.
Who do you like? You're like, I like Machine Dramon or something.
My favorite Digimon of all time was Omnimon.
Oh yeah, we watched the Digimon movie together. And he
Dude,
was
when
like,
it came out in the movies,
he has a cannon on his hand.
bro, he's like the most badass Digimon of all time, dude.
Well, you
So
can't have
badass.
Omnimon without Agumon, so
Yeah, I guess Agumon is a part of him. Yeah, true.
I was super obsessed with.
I was like Vmon.
Yeah, he's from season 2.
Yeah, season 2. Yeah, Vmon was cool too.
I was so into Digimon. Like the end of season 1, I wasn't crying back then, but I got in my feelings a little bit when they all got in that subway car and they like went back to the real world from Digiworld and they were all waving and stuff. I was like super sad. Season 3 too. That one really got me.
Yeah. Well, we just kind of exposed ourselves this episode. We're a bunch of dorks. People watching us are probably like fucking losers.
Aaron's always like, yeah, man, I'll throw down anybody who want me. Gang, what's up? You know, and then he goes home and watches Digimon. So
yeah, my ass.
And he's always summoning, Exodia and shit in his fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever.
Probably loser. Oh my god.
You big weeb. But okay, whatever.
I mean, like there are like so many, like memories are tied to like anime and like games and stuff. So I think. Yeah, today's episodes might be a little like, all over the place, but hopefully those of you guys that are from our generation will be able to relate with us.
Connect with us. Let us know if you played Kingdom Hearts too. I really like that game.
Kingdom Hearts is a good game too.
Yeah. I was a little bit iffy about the Final Fantasy meets the Disney, but like I really enjoyed it. Although after 3, I was kind of like, okay, there's like too much going on here.
I think I've been until like 2.
Yeah, I played up until 2 really like Jinjiage, like really seriously, and then 3 I kind of got like lost because it came out so much later than Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah,
I was all about being. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself an Organization 13 jacket, or that big cloak that they have. Like I was like, man, that looks so cool.
The most badass one out is Axel. Is that his name?
Axel, yeah, the one with the fire, big
badass.
chakra things.
Yeah. But I remember growing up, my favorite game that I had in my house, not my favorite, but the one that I played the most. I had a Digimon game.
Digimon World.
I don't know what it. I don't remember.
The Kiwa Digimon?
No,
I had that too.
It wasn't like you had to like raise a Digimon. It was like a battle game.
Digimon World 2 probably then.
I don't remember.
It was kind of like Pokemon, except there was like 3 on each side, and you'd have to fight each other.
I think so, maybe. But
that sounds like Digimon World 2 because I had that one also.
I remember my sister. So one day I come back home from like school or after school or something, and the game's gone. My mom's like, I threw it away on accident. So like me, I'm like sulking and shit. I find out that my younger sister, actually sat on it. And it snapped in half.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I got so mad.
But was it on PlayStation or what was it on?
The PlayStation 2, I think.
Well, then that means you had a memory card, which means all you had to do was buy the game again.
Yeah, but like that game, I think like it was either discontinued or like it was like really hard to find.
Digimon games never really picked up like Pokemon did, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Digimon games were always way behind. And even to this day, I don't even think there are many Digimon games lately.
You know what else is a good show growing up? What? Beyblade.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I had the whole. I
big
bought,
plastic bowl. Yeah. And you the Beyblade thing with like the big rip cord on it. And you go, and then you like
yeah.
I remember that too. There was kids on the school ground that had that. It was like a big yellow plastic bowl.
Yeah.
It looked like a volcano kind of. And then all the kids would be like, ripping them and like, and it was kind of like being you get playground bragging rights.
Yeah. So like I had a Beyblade that my dad bought me from like a Korean Korean superstore. Like,
was it a real Beyblade or was it like a?
So like the thing is, Beyblades like they're like relatively light. You know what I mean? The one that he bought me, like the metal disc in the middle was like actual like metal.
No, they were metal.
No, but like the one that he bought me was like heavy metal. It was like lead or something.
Oh, that's that's Beyblade that he got.
So, like,
Beyblade.
I would like destroy everyone's other Beyblades.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like throwing the head of a wrench in there.
Yeah, like literally. like
die.
It's like let it rip. You had to struggle picking it up.
There's like a freaking motor and there's a smoke coming out.
Oh my god, so funny.
That sounds very industrial to me. I don't know.
I like the show as Zoids.
Oh, I like Zoids too.
Yeah.
I like the Velociraptor.
Liger, was that what it's called? Yeah.
Liger Zero.
I
like the Velociraptor thing that had like a shit ton of guns on it.
The orange one?
No, it was
the
like
green one.
No, it wasn't green. It was like gray, and it had like all these huge guns, like all these guns.
It wasn't Liger Zero then.
It was
a different one.
Although I did end up buying Zoid toys too at the time. I was like really into it. Zoids was big too actually for a while.
Is Zoids an anime or is it an American show?
Anime.
Oh, it's
anime, but like the actual Zoids were like 3D, like CG, like they were primitive CG put into the anime.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about Zoids. Whew.
Oh my god, dude, we're such losers. Loudy.
Might have to go home and drink and watch Digimon.
Hey, some otakus right now. My god.
Oh, we like it.
Anyways, before we get into more anime, let's go on to our next segment because I feel like we can talk about this topic.
We've already been going on for like 40 minutes. Like it's time to switch topics. Anyway,
yeah.
Viral videos. We're trying a new thing. Aaron's gonna bring his own. I'm gonna bring my own, and then we're just gonna like show each other our videos to see how we differ. I'm sure Aaron's is gonna be weird. I don't know. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Here we go.
Let me rearrange myself here. I'm lumbar support. All right, we're back with the viral videos, and like I said, we got one each this time. So
Yes.
all right, we're gonna watch Aaron's first, I guess.
Okay, we can watch mine first.
Yeah.
Put it on the full screen.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch it too.
It's gonna make me mad. I feel like it will because I'm reading this. Okay, here we go. Where are the police?
This woman has a newborn baby, guys. You make more pollution. Somebody's going to the hospital. It's illegal. It's illegal.
Ridiculous.
What do you think? So like a little backstory. So Just Stop Oil is they're like a climate activist group,
Okay.
environmental activist group. I think they're based in the UK,
Okay.
and so like their whole spiel is like they want to stop the use of fossil fuel,
Okay.
like oil, blah blah blah. And so the way that these people are protesting is they'll literally just like block traffic, hold people captive on the streets. Or I've seen videos where like they'll go to like famous museums like Van Gogh or whatever. Like they'll like
Oh, they're the ones that throw soup on like the Mona
and
Lisa.
or like
Oh,
take
okay.
themselves like to like the painting and stuff. Like, what do you think about that?
First of all, let me say this very clearly. Climate change activism is good. I think we need it.
Right.
You know, because the world is in vain. But other than that, I think there's better ways to do it than this. So when it comes to protesting, I think that you want to see your thing, your whole purpose be visible. Okay,
Right.
Respect. But you cannot block traffic. First of all, like you said, this lady has a baby in her car. Who knows what kind of medical condition he or she might have? Definitely need to not do that because it's a danger. And where are the police during all this? I know this place takes place in the UK. I don't know what their rules are on this sort of thing, but you find the wrong person, you're gonna end up run over.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if I had my baby in the car and my baby was, it was a life or death situation, I would do what I have to do to get my baby to the
Honestly, if I had a kid and like they were like in critical condition, I'm trying to get to the hospital and these people are blocking the road. Like, I'm sorry.
I think the police, because I know in the States this happens also, but the police will come, and I've seen videos of the police tackling them out of the way.
Yep.
Which I think should be done. I think these people, they're breaking the law. Like this is a law. You're not abiding by the law, so you can't hold up a whole roadway, a whole freeway for your cause.
And like so my whole thing for this is like it's so stupid because I understand you're trying to get like a message across, but number one, you're holding these cars up in traffic, right? They're emitting more emissions
right
into the atmosphere, so that kind of goes against what you're fighting for, right? Number two, it's you're stopping people from going to work. You're stopping people from going to, like, let's say funerals, hospitals, people who actually need aid.
Right.
And the thing is, like, I understand, like, you're trying to make a voice and, like, you're trying to, like, like, make a change. But the thing is, you're not going to get people on your side by doing that.
Yeah.
People are going to hate you and your cause if you keep doing that.
That's like, I feel like activism is something that I think you can get your point across
Without
having to
assholes
do
like that.
this. And
It's terrible, dude.
A lot of people are going to be like, I think a lot of people think, like, oh, if you want activism for anything, political, economical, any of that stuff, you have to make a huge scene and make problems.
Yep. You don't have to.
But like, oh, well, this is the only way that we can do it because, like, we have no choice. We have to do it because no one's going to listen otherwise. Well, then you're not doing it the right way. You know what I mean? You can't become a detriment to the rest of society just to get your point across.
Yeah. Like, I was reading the
illegal.
comments on this, like, particular video, like, it's pretty bad. People are, like, ripping, like, the protesters.
Well, they
up.
should. And I don't think, like, even though, like, thank God, like, for the Mona Lisa or any of these priceless artifacts of art, right?
Yeah.
People throw soup on it and, like, super glue their hands to it and stuff like that. Luckily, these are all protected by glass.
Yeah.
So they're not permanently damaged, but I don't know.
Like some of these people, they'll tape themselves to the frame, so the frame itself will get damaged. Not the painting itself, but like the frame. Well, they'll damage the frame.
I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be allowed either. I mean, none of that should be allowed. But thank God, at least the painting is okay. Thank God.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a huge art, aficionado, but destroying stuff like that really irks me.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, I do think there is a better way of protesting. I don't think blocking traffic and stopping people from, going on with their daily lives is the right way to go about it. It'll make me hate the cause rather than want to support the cause. Yeah, honestly, like you're making people hate your cause. You know what I mean? And like it is dangerous because I've seen videos of like people, like civilians, like they'll get so fed up, like they'll just drag these people off the streets or whatever it is, or whatever the case may be. I mean, it just like I've been watching a few videos like this. I think I told you like recently. It like irks me just watching people being total assholes.
I say we just arrest them all
because I think that's akin to like kidnapping.
Yeah,
you're pretty much holding people hostage. You know what I mean?
You're slowing down the rest of society. Like, you know what? Do it, but do it in a way that's appropriate because this is crazy. And
like also like the baby, let's say like the baby's in critical condition, and like let's say like God forbid the baby like passes away, like while these people are blocking traffic because the baby can't get to the hospital. Then do they get charged with murder? Like are they murderers?
Should.
Like it's crazy.
They absolutely should. I think
Yeah, just hopefully people that are protesters, they can find a different way.
Be gone, all of you.
Yeah, find a different way of doing it because like blocking traffic. If that happened in the States, I don't think people would be so calm about it. Oh, no. Especially with open firearms.
There'll be people pulling out the strap, as Aaron says, and stuff like that.
People strap, you know what I mean? Is
get out the way.
Game over, you know what I mean? Oh, no.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, anyways, that's the viral video that I
okay, good. Today. This is definitely thought-provoking. Now, I brought us something a little bit more lighthearted than that. Check this out.
Let's see. Okay, turn it more this way.
Your eyes on these homemade dishes and chocolatey desserts, all made with ramen noodles.
Really? Ramen noodles?
Yes, ramen. Hi, Kathy Mitchell here with my new Ramen Joy cookbook, filled with unbelievable recipes everyone will love. This entire basket cost under $10, and wait till you see what you can make with it. Check these out. Ramen shrimp, ramen tacos, even ramen sliders. Watch this. Brown some beef or any other meat with a ramen seasoning pack. Dump in a package of ramen, a good-sized squirt of ketchup, and a can of cola. Yes, cola for a fantastic barbecue beef pasta, better than what they serve at the rib joint at a fraction of the cost. What more? Form cooked ramen and egg into a fast pizza crust. Then add your favorite toppings for a mouth-watering pizza in minutes. It's right here on page 84. And here's my favorite. Just dump some ramen on top of some leftover chicken and veggies. Add a can of soup, stir and bake. A delicious feast for the whole family, all for less than $3. Want the best salad ever? Start with lettuce, onions, and mandarin oranges. Top with crushed ramen and pecans, and use your seasoning pack to make an awesome dressing. A restaurant bestseller you can easily make at home. Love that crunch. How about these decadent truffles or Grandma's ramen apple pie?
I love these recipes. I made the creamy berry crumble. It was fast, easy, and so delicious.
They look kind of good though, low-key.
With my new Ramen Joy cookbook. Just $10.
Nobody call this number. I'm sure it doesn't exist anymore.
Favorite party recipes, like these cheesy jalapeno poppers.
I've never seen this commercial.
Or this fresh ramen hummus. And don't forget dessert, chocolate mousse-filled ramen cups. Yummy. You can get both books with nearly 100 delicious ramen recipes for $10.
Honestly, for $10, I might buy it. Because ramen is really easy to find here.
I mean, it's just noodles.
Yeah, you know, so basically my takeaway with this is I would say this lady needs to go to prison, but clearly she's already been there because she's making prison food. So, like, you know, she's already really good at it. This is the type of thing you do in prison, right? Like, you make tamales out of hot Cheetos and like chicken, you know.
Ramen Joy. Interesting. I've never seen this commercial.
Deadass, though, some of that stuff looked pretty good.
Yeah?
I would eat it.
I mean, because, like, she's just, like, substituting, like, just, like, pasta noodles with ramen noodles, like, you know what I mean? Like, just substituting a lot of, like, the ingredients. I mean, but the thing is, she's like, this whole basket is
I mean, this clearly is old. Like, it's not new.
But also, it's like, you're not including the cost of the other ingredients that you're using, lady, like ground beef and stuff. Like, come on.
I mean, you know.
I mean, they don't look bad.
I would eat it.
I would try it, yeah.
Honestly, if I could find, and I was actually looking, I was like, can I find this book somewhere? They're actually really hard to find.
Ramen Joy?
Because no one bought them. But,
yeah.
You know, I would love to find this. And only $10 plus shipping and handling. Ooh, I'd buy it.
Yeah, but the thing is, she's using, like, what brand is that? Maruchan ramen?
Yeah, Maruchan. Yeah, the American side. So they got like chicken beef flavor. You know.
Yeah. Those are good.
They really expanded though. When I was really little in America, they had only chicken, beef, and I think like shrimp flavor. Those like the only three. Now they got like everything.
They got, like curry.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff now. Oh, I'm making myself hungry.
That must be like.
I thought it was not real at first. I thought it was fake.
Like copyright or something. Like,
what do you mean?
Do you think Maruchan like let her use their ramen as like?
I don't think she needs to because she didn't mention the name. She just said any ramen. Like,
I guess. So,
I mean, I don't know. But yeah. Listen. Tell me you're going through a hard time without telling me you're going through a hard time.
You know you should send that to?
Who?
The lady who has 12 kids.
That's right. The lady that has 12 kids. You should look this up.
Yeah.
Although they were like, oh, make this awesome ramen pizza. And then she has like whole real truffles next to it. And those are like really expensive. Yeah. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Well, the one that kind of irked me was like the ramen apple pie. Is that what she said?
Yeah, she used it for the crust of the crust of the apple. I don't know. Because ramen has a distinct flavor to it that's not sweet. It's like, you know,
starchy.
That's a good word. Starchy. It's very starchy. So I don't know how that would work, but
is that a good word, bro?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Look at Aaron. Look at his journalism major things coming up. Okay.
I'm a connoisseur of ramen.
We respect it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our viral videos. Nice. I like it.
Ramen Joy.
Ramen Joy.
Let us know in the comments if you guys have ever seen this commercial or if you guys own a copy of this book.
What do you guys make out of ramen? Everyone share your best ramen recipes down below because you know what? When times get tough and the check ain't long, you know, sometimes we got to make things work.
Ramen's always good.
I mean, Korea, I'm always making bibimbap because it's like free to make, basically. It's super cheap, but it's so good. All right.
Anyways, let's go on to our news article for the day.
Yes, and we're just going to do one today because we have talked a lot today.
We talked a lot about anime and games.
Yeah. And I figured that this one is going to be good to listen to. TikTok ban measure signed by Biden.
Oh, yep.
TikTok users could soon find that the popular social media service is either under new ownership or, although it wouldn't happen immediately, outright banned in the United States. The Senate late Tuesday passed a broad legislative package that delivers $95 billion in foreign aid to Ukraine, Israel, and other U.S. allies. The bill, which had already been approved in the House, also includes a provision that could lead to a ban on TikTok in the U.S. if the popular platform's owner doesn't sell its stake within a year. That being said, so basically they package this in with the aid package to Israel and to Ukraine.
Yep.
Means that if they want to do that, they have to accept it. Basically, you know, I don't want to read the whole thing, but TikTok says it's unfortunate that lawmakers are using the cover of important foreign and humanitarian assistance to once again jam through a ban bill that would trample the free speech of 170 million Americans. So basically, TikTok has 9 months to arrange a sale, with the potential for an additional 3-month grace period, according to a copy of the bill released. Right. And ByteDance, it's just a company based in China, owns TikTok right now. Yeah. And basically, America's saying you got to sell it, otherwise we're going to ban it straight up in the U.S.
Yeah. We mentioned it in like another episode. I was like, I don't think TikTok is gonna get banned in the U.S., but I guess it went through.
So basically, like, 'cause, you know, in the States, you have Congress, right? It has the House of Representatives and has the Senate. It has to pass both of those to get onto the president's desk. The president has already said that he will sign it if it gets that far. Yeah. So by packaging this TikTok ban part into the humanitarian aid package, basically you have to take all of it or take none of it. That's basically how it is when people in Congress. Yeah. And you know, they obviously want the aid package to go through, so they're just biting the bullet and passing through the TikTok ban thing. Me personally, I think it's kind of screwed up to package it in with humanitarian aid.
Yeah.
It's really it's a really dirty political thing to do
because you're forcing someone's hand.
Yeah, you basically it's like, well, we're not going to give any aid unless you sign this TikTok ban. Like that's basically where they sit when they make this, which I think is completely morally wrong. Right. Because you shouldn't be able to measure human lives in Israel or wherever, you know, social media, you know, Ukraine or whatever. You know, humanitarian aid is humanitarian aid. You know, you have your social issues like TikTok and all that stuff on another page because they knew that it would never get passed through both parts of Congress without doing this.
Right.
You know,
I'll be honest, like even with like a $95 billion the aid package, I didn't think that was going to go through. Just I was reading like news articles about it and I was like, it seemed very like far-fetched for it to get, I guess, you know, signed or whatever, but it went through. So I mean, what do I know about politics, guys?
I mean, there's still it still remains to be seen like what's going to happen with TikTok. You know, there's a lot of moving parts there, and I think another big reason why it could be a really, really, really detrimental part of the re-election that's coming up soon. Because I don't know how, no one knows ever, how Trump's going to act. Because he's on the Republican ticket right now.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't know what he's going to say or do about this because, it's going to be an immensely unpopular decision for young people. And young people's votes are really important for getting elected. So whether it actually happens, it remains to be seen, I think.
Okay. So you're saying there's still a chance that it might not get banned?
I do. But I think, in my personal opinion, I think that there is a big possibility that it also will.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get all, conspiracy theorizing or whatever, but if the American government decides that they want something, okay? They want to do something that might infringe, as TikTok is saying, on your First Amendment rights, right?
Right.
Freedom of expression and all that. The Patriot Act that happened after 9/11 was basically the American government can spy on you, can collect all your information,
right?
Your internet, whatever you do on the internet, like all that stuff. Before that, it would be considered illegal, overstepping the line. But if the American government thinks national security, for whatever reason, is in danger, they will do it, and no one has the power to stop them. It's just the way it works.
Right.
If you put it's a threat to national security, you're giving personal information for 170 million Americans to a foreign country that is not necessarily on our side right now, like that sort of thing, right?
Right. Yeah, you can
the government can be like, well, look, it's national security, so deal with it. They could do that.
Yeah,
and they did it before with the Patriot Act. So if they really, 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 really wanted to do it, they could. And there's nothing anybody could do to stop it.
Yeah.
It does say that ByteDance is probably not going to sell the algorithms that determine what videos pop up on your screen, because that's something that TikTok has mastered.
Yeah.
They're really good at it. So they think that even if they do sell the IP of TikTok, they're not going to sell the algorithm that made it successful. So it really remains to be seen what happens.
Right.
But I think if the American government really, really, really thinks that, or even if they don't think, if they really push the narrative that it's national security on the line,
right,
they absolutely will ban it. Massively unpopular, I think it will be. I personally don't do TikTok, so I could care less if they do it or not.
Yeah, honestly,
but I'm like, whatever. Like everyone, it's been in the news constantly. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care if it gets banned because I don't do it.
Yeah.
And I think some people are a little bit too obsessed with it. And I've met a lot of TikTokers that are immensely annoying. And me being petty, I'd be like, look, listen, I mean, what do you want from me? Yeah, like these people, you know what I mean? So like, a lot of TikTokers annoy me, so I just kind of want to stick it to them in that sense. But also, I understand that you should be able to do what you want with your phone, and I don't know. I just don't really care.
I mean, it remains to be seen how it's going to play out. So I guess we'll see in the upcoming months how it goes.
TikTok really blew up, though. You know what? Because in 2016 or 17, somewhere around there, I got hired, but when TikTok first came out, to do the TikTok testing in South Korea.
Oh, really?
So TikTok basically came up to me, or a representative from TikTok contacted me, and they were like, oh, we'll give you this amount of money to do 10 TikTok videos on this new experimental platform that we're making, which was TikTok, right? And they're like, okay. I was like, damn, all right, that sounds easy. Yeah, no, it wasn't easy at all. Back then, the way that it was set up was really hard to maneuver.
Yeah.
And basically, I think I made like 1 or 2 videos, and I had to complete all 10 to get paid.
Right.
And after 1 or 2, I called the guy and I was like,
you don't have to pay me.
I was like, you know what? This is not for me. Y'all can, I'm not interested in doing this. So y'all can keep your money. I'll just delete everything off my phone. Like, I don't want anything to do with this. Like, it's just not for me. It's not that I'm an old boomer. Like, I just don't like this TikTok, particular type of, content for me. I didn't like it back then. I don't like it now. So, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, whatever. But yeah.
But nowadays, like the younger generation, like TikTok is like their main, like it's like Facebook. What Facebook was for us.
Yeah, it's the MySpace of this generation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Listen, we spent the whole episode talking about old ass anime. So are you surprised at this point? I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, like we said, we'll just see how it unravels. Maybe we'll talk about it once everything gets finalized.
If it does get banned, then hopefully it's sold and American people can still use it. If not, well, I'm sure there'll be some copy that comes out.
Yeah.
Sure. Elon Musk did bring up that he wanted to bring back Vine. I don't know if you know what that is.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
He's talking about we should bring back Vine. Vine was basically TikTok, just shorter.
Yeah.
And there's some quality content on Vine back in the day.
Oh yeah, there's some
sitting on the toilet. You remember that?
Yeah, there's some funny shit on Vine. Yeah.
I just seen a motherfucking rainbow. That shit beautiful than a motherfucker. Anyway.
My baby mama at the end of that shit.
With her gold digging ass. But anyway.
Oh my god, so funny.
Man, we shot out of a cannon today, didn't we?
Oh
It's
my
a
god,
whole
yeah,
different
this
level of
episode.
energy.
I think this episode is gonna be a little longer than our other episodes, but
yeah.
hopefully you guys enjoyed our talk about games, anime,
Oil protesters.
yeah, protesters,
Ramen noodles.
and
TikTok.
and TikTok ban. Yeah,
It's a real smorgasbord today.
yeah. Yeah, well, if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Leave us comments as well.
And also check out our clips page because you can find all of our greatest hits on there.
Yes.
You know, if you want short form content better.
Yes, we'll have the link in the description.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll like put a video or something that links it to the channel.
Yeah. And I make the thumbnails and they're really fun to make. So go love them.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you guys next week with another fun and exciting episode of the Korean
Yes.
Cowboys Podcast. Everyone stay healthy this week. Have a blessed week. You know,
Prayers up.
Prayers up, everyone. And yeah, just everyone have a good week.
Yeah. Go watch anime.
Go watch anime. Go watch Rurouni Kenshin if you haven't. So
yeah.
good. Hitematsuri style.
There you go.
Amakakeru Ryu. Hironomeki.
She actually does this in real life.
Yeah, my ass. But do you remember when he was fighting Shishio and like he did it and then like Shishio blocked it and then like he came back, the gravitational like force was so strong he sucked him in. It's so badass. Anyways, guys.
I saw him doing Kamehameha in the bathroom when we were living together. I was like, "You okay in there?" He's like, "Oh, I'm okay."
Yeah, while I was doing Kamehameha, he was like, Hadouken, like next to me. So.
No, that's not Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's still whatever,
Oh.
dude. You're still doing some lame
Whatever.
shit too.
I was doing use a spirit bomb in there. Spirit bomb the toilet. All right.
All right, guys, we're gonna sign off. So 3, 2, 1.
Yeehaw.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Sayonara.
Sayonara, tomodachi.